What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Field Trip. And today we'll be playing in a very special University Days episode. It's going on before our main campaign really kicks off. And this is what the class is kind of doing. So we're going to be jumping right back in with our students of Grandview University and find out what they've been doing and how they've been attending some of their courses or classes. Going around the group, we have Grizz has joined us playing
Hite.
We have Penwielder, who's playing
Serona.
And of course, Thick Pastel.
Playing Tyra. Who's super
Bench.
stylish, by the way.
And so today, you guys will find yourselves sitting in class, surrounded by a couple of your classmates, not many of them, but you are in one of your core classes early on. You haven't been in university. You've probably been in university for 2 years if you had just started. So you're this is like second level, and this is your mythologies and lore class. And before you have Professor Eldor, an elf, high elf, kind of old, long beard, long pointy ears, with a pocket watch, very dressed to the nines, like professor look, professor aesthetic. And he just is up in the front of class, like sipping his tea. You guys are all sitting at your desks. Are you guys sitting together?
Serona and Tyra definitely are.
Yes.
I would envision, and I'm just, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Pastel, but Tyra in the middle, Hite on one side, and Serona on the other.
Yeah, that's on the
I'm
right.
okay with this.
Well, students, today we will be taking a little field trip.
He said it, guys. He said it.
Said it. He said
It's
the name of the campaign right there.
Did it. It's right there. Clip it.
We're going to be going through the portal here, and it will be taking us to a special realm. We will be watching as there's an ancient ancestral event that is going to be taking place today. We are going to witness it together, and then you will be examined on it. You will take an examination. You'll have to pass your exam.
Serona just rubs her face and leans towards Tyra and goes, I get to go off campus.
That's so exciting. I'm very happy for you.
Wait. She sticks her hand up in the air,
Oh.
really high.
Yes, Serona.
Do I get to come too? Right?
And Eldor just looks around to see if there's anybody else has anything else to add. Yes, Hitcher, yes.
What kind of event is this?
That is a fantastic question. Yes, so we are going to be seeing the Tides ceremony for the sea fairies.
We including me, myself? Just to clarify?
Yes.
Okay,
Come
cool.
with us.
And you said fairies?
Yes, we're going to see the sea fairies, and this is their
Sea
tide.
fairies!
Yes, the tide ceremony.
I'll be real quiet now. You
Ve-
won't even know I'm
very-
here.
And
I'm
so
gonna totally stop talking.
this event only takes place every 200 years. All the sea fairies gather together and perform some kind of ceremony incantation.
But
Magic happens, and you'll see the rest when we get there.
wonderful.
Going to be excellent.
You said some kind of ritual with a lot of question marks, and if you're asking us questions, shouldn't you know?
Oh no, I am aware, but it's going to be
Oh.
for you to all see it for yourselves.
Oh, I understand
Like a
now. That's really
surprise.
smart. That's really good.
It's kind of like a
Build-
surprise party.
It is a bit of a
Build
surprise.
anticipation.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
let's go.
are we ready to go? Do you have anything you need to go and do around the campus before we embark?
What time of day is it currently?
Early morning, like 10 a.m.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's go. Let's go. I want to see fairies.
And
I
what
want
is the
to
way
get
like?
it. I want to see fairies.
Okay, and so Eldor is going to turn and walk over, and there is this like a bunch of stones that are embedded into the floor here, and he's just going to stand there and cast a spell, and boom, a portal is going to open up in front of you. Now, children, students, one at a time, and make sure remember to visualize on the other end. Sea fairies. We want to go to the sea fairies, not fire fairies. And we'll take you to a completely different place. We want to make sure sea fairies. Understand?
Understood. What color hair do they have? Is it like blues and greens and stuff? Because I
I'm gonna-
really need a good visual.
It
I'm
is
actually going to
very
pull out
blue.
my textbook. Is there a picture of them in or a drawing
Give me
of
a
them?
lore check, a history check.
Switching gears.
Too many games.
So many games. That's a 19.
Yeah, so you're gonna flip through your book and immediately come to a picture, and you're gonna see an illustration of this beautiful little fairy with like also has like kind of pointed ears, blue skin in nature, and like deep navy blue hair.
Ooh.
And they have like kind of like starfish on it, and like kind of like nets aesthetic, very like very
Very coastal.
very coastal. That's exactly it. Yes,
The coastal chic is what I would say.
that is exactly the way to describe it. Hite.
I feel like Hite would have at least seen fire fairies at least once in his life, given where he comes from.
Give me a history check.
Okay. That's not a good roll. Let me double check what my bonus is to that.
Inspiration.
13. So Hittite, you've not seen fire fairies with your own eyes, but you've heard rumors or almost like stories that fire fairies are located near volcanoes, near active volcanoes. You can find fire fairies, though you've
Okay.
never seen any yourself.
Okay.
I'm going to show the picture of Tahiti. That like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's vastly different from other fairies I've heard of.
They're really pretty, and
Grizz,
I want one of those star
Are you
things
looking
to put in my
closely
hair.
at the picture?
Yes, is like just kind of like taking in like the visual of
Like, are you studying the image, or are you just like briefly looking at it and passing by?
No, like studying it.
Then give me an investigation check.
Oh, okay. That's another bad roll. And Hite's not good at investigation. 8?
On an 8, you will notice that they have very navy blue hair
Mm-hmm.
in nature and nothing else.
All right.
So
Diagonelli.
Diagonally.
So Eldor is going to step forward. He's going to say, "Now, come along, students, everybody one at a time." And he's going to gesture for the kids to move through. There's only 3 other students with you. One of them is very quiet. One of them, is very kind of talkative, that doesn't really play along, like just kind of messes around in class. And there's another one there who's a newer student who you've never seen before, and you definitely don't know their name. The first one, the one that is kind of talkative, is Adem. And then the other one is named Collis.
Got it.
So there's 2 boys and then the new girl that you haven't met yet.
Okay. Adem is one of the boys or one of the girls? Hold on.
It's Adem and Collis are the 2 boys that you
Okay.
you know of. One of them's a troublemaker,
Okay.
and the other one's just like kind of not attached. And then there's the girl that you haven't met yet, new to class.
A mysterious new girl. She's
Mysterious.
like the anime trope. It's the protagonist.
It's the pro tag. All right.
No, that's
Or
Tyra.
are
She has
they?
pink hair.
Spot the main character.
Spot the main character.
Plot twist. Her name is Field Trip. She survives.
Oh no.
Your name is in the title. You have to live. So anyway, Eldor is gesturing for all of them to go through, and the two boys jump in, no problem. But the girl is hesitant, and she just like kind of like stops for a second and like steps out of line, and gestures for Serona to go past her.
Me go first?
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
What are you scared? Do you want somebody to hold your hand and go through? It can be pretty scary.
I'm kind of new to all this stuff.
I noticed, yeah, like I don't know your name. I'm Serona. It's very nice to meet you.
Hi, my name's Sierra.
Hi, Sierra. I like that name. This is Tyra.
Hello.
That really kind of like very serious fellow. That's Hite. He is pretty cool, even though he acts like he has a stick all the way up his butt. Do you want to go through with all of us?
Sure. Yeah, well,
Okay.
that sounds great.
I'll be really careful not to throw up on your shoes on the other side.
What? And,
Serona just turned.
and I'm assuming you guys just walk in.
Yep. Serona's just going.
Hite and Tyre, you guys follow along.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So, and then you guys, as soon as you walk through this portal, it's just like walking through, and you're on the other side now. There's not like a transition or anything. It's just woof, you just cross right through. And on the other side, you find yourself standing in the midst of a very deep forest.
Oh.
The noise is very loud. It's a very active. There's clearly animals moving around. There's clearly motion and brush moving. But there's a very, very narrow path in front of you, very tiny, like single file path leading through this brush. And eventually Eldor pops in. He goes, now, children, you follow me this way. We're going to go down, but shh, very quiet. We don't want to disturb the ceremony, okay? We're here to learn. Remember, we are students of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Serona, yes.
What about those of us who are also disciples of gods of mischief and pranks? Just in case, like asking for the benefit of the whole class because that feels like a conflict of interest.
Serona,
Serona.
we are students of knowledge.
And possibly disciples of gods of mischief and pranks. Just saying.
Serona, if you mess with ceremony at all, you will take a failure for today's lesson.
Oh,
Hite's gonna kind of lean over to Serona and be like, think of it more like we're guests at a party and we don't want to crash the whole happy birthday song thing as they bring out the cake.
Oh, it's somebody's happy birthday? Oh, that's why he's being so mysterious.
Yeah,
it's a birthday
it's-
party.
it's kind
Well,
of- it's
course
kind
I
of like
wouldn't
that.
want to ruin somebody's birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh God, I didn't bring a gift.
Oh,
Hold on, I have a tiny teacup somewhere. I'm sure a fairy would really like that. I will start immediately like rummaging through my little pockets looking for a teeny tiny china teacup that I have from a dollhouse.
I'm gonna lean into Hite and be like, should we like fix that? Or
I think we just roll with it for now until it becomes a problem.
okay, well as long as she's having fun, that's all I care about.
Okay.
I found the teacup.
Oh,
I have a gift.
good.
We can go.
Alrighty.
See, I really think that this guy is really old and he's kind of cuckoo. And like, if we were going to a birthday party, you think he would have like announced it and said like, "Hey guys, make sure you get the fairy appropriate gift."
But
See,
also, just to
fairy
be
appropriate. Get it?
But just to be fair with his ears, as long as they are, he can probably hear this conversation right now as we're speaking.
Oh no, Eldor is like trotting on ahead, like kind of talking to himself, pointing
Oh,
things
okay.
out. And I assume you guys are just like
doesn't hear
walking
anything.
along, grouped up,
Yeah.
talking.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's just like, look at those birds over there. Yes, you know what those birds are. And he's just like going through the motions. Nobody's really paying attention. He's like very in his own world.
After a few minutes of walking along, Serena will turn around and walk like backwards very carefully and just be like, like mocking him.
Give me a dexterity
Alright.
saving throw.
Okay. Oh, cocked. 14 on the die plus some change. Because I know I'm pretty good at the dexterity saving throws. Yeah, that's a 17.
17.
At
Yeah,
this point.
as you start skipping back, you very clearly miss a route that you would have tripped on as you're walking backwards.
I just keep on like, like making crazy faces and then like pushing my ears out sometimes, going like I can hear things.
And while you guys are moving along, Sierra is eventually gonna pipe up and say to Tyra, "Are you Tyra?"
Yeah, so that would be me. I am Tyra Everborn. That's me.
So you're related to like Everborn, like power company, like the power fields, right?
Yeah, that's 100% my family business.
Wow, like how does it feel to be like from like kind of like royalty like that?
You know, there's lots of parties. It's not terrible. It's, you know, how could you complain about, you know, being such an influential family? Really, how could you complain? Serona, you should be careful. Don't fall.
Oh, thank you, Tara. I just almost tripped over that rock right there.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta watch out. So
Mhm.
like, what's your story? I noticed that you're like totally new to class, so I
Oh,
haven't seen you around.
yeah, I just kind of transferred in. I started late. Um, yeah, you know, the family stuff, had to like kind of take care of everybody and stuff. It was like it's kind of a long story, but
I totally can relate. Totally
yeah.
can relate.
And give me a perception check, or anybody who's paying attention just to Shira right now.
Serona is now.
I was about to say he too is definitely eavesdropping on.
It's a 19 on the
this
die. What am I
conversation.
adding? Perception or insight?
Perception.
20.
Okay.
Jeez.
Perception.
25.
12.
Oh, perfect. 12. What did Tyra get?
20.
20. All right, yeah. So the girls definitely notice. As you guys are walking along, you're gonna notice that she has very, very interesting features about her. Her face is very pale, incredibly pale, and she, very similar to some of these other people, have long pointed ears. She has very long, kind of Arctic blue hair running down, very thin, very, very narrow. And the girls will definitely notice that. You'll recognize that she's a winter Eladrin.
Really cool.
That's very cool. Very
So
stylish.
she's gonna be like, well, I mean, we had some trouble back at home, and like I had to be there to take care of everybody for a little bit. You know, my parents need all the help that we can get on the estate. But I'm here. I got to start finally, and you know, this is kind of an interesting first day. We're on a field trip already.
We get to go out on the field trip, right?
You
Look
guys
at
do
you.
this
You've got the
often?
really lucky. No, I never get to leave. Isn't it great?
Well, you know, interesting. You are, what family? What's your surname?
Oh, me? Oh, it's you probably won't know.
Well, until like, I don't know, a few hundred years ago, nobody knew who Everborn was. So, yeah, you know, everybody goes through that. So, maybe I will. I am pretty studied.
Yeah, she won't know it until you say it. So, that's just kind of logic there.
Well, the name is Angelo.
Okay.
Like a bungalow?
I'm doing a history.
Yes,
But
yeah.
without
You
the
go
book?
ahead and roll a history check.
I was about to say, would Hite know that last name?
23.
Serona?
What is happening?
You get,
Should I roll for this or no?
nah,
Yeah,
it's very unlikely you would know that.
I don't think Serona's not gonna even pay attention if
Yeah.
she did. So yeah, no.
I was about to say, would Hite on the off chance know because he's not of.
Hitte absolutely roll the history.
Okay.
Uh,
Here's my good roll of the night.
Tyra.
Where's my phone
24.
go with my
Oh
stat?
yeah, okay.
Oh, wow.
Is
I
it
was just like,
history?
I rolled to do like an arcana to be like, is this broken? And then I rolled like a 7 and I'm like, okay, it's not broken. What's
It's gonna
happening?
be 22 for Hite.
Okay, so to break this down, Tyra, immediately when and Hitte as well, when you hear the name Angelo, you're going to remember that this is actually a tribe of people that are connected very deeply with what's called, I will say, Feywild, but here it is not the Fey. It's not the Feywild. It goes by a completely different name. It's called the Wildlands here. So I'm just saying Feywild for those at home who that's kind of what I'm talking about. So it's so this is a tribe of people that are very deeply connected with the Wildlands. And Tyra, you're gonna know that the Angelo family is basically the people that patrol the border between the Wildlands and our homeworld, the Empire Islands. Hitte, on the other hand, with that role, you're going to remember reading and studying through your work here that the most recent outbreak where creatures from the Wildlands had broken through and attacked and caused massive devastation to the Angelo estates. And so that was only 2 years ago. So Hitte, you would remember reading that there was an attack, and clearly it was her family who was attacked.
Oh yeah, like your family are basically like totally the protectors of our entire lives because you like protect the borders, which is really cool and totally appreciate your service.
You know who I am? Like you know who my family is?
Well, yeah. Your family is like super important.
Wow. I just kind of assumed like no one would know who we are. Like no one would know me at all.
Oh, well, maybe not everyone, but I certainly would because like if you like think about it, like okay, let's just like think about this objectively, okay? The people who like I don't know trade horses or whatever, and the people who like get supplies for like tea, I don't know, like random stuff. Like okay, cool, like you're a great merchant, and right, but like your family is out there, like risking their lives protecting all of us. So station, in my opinion, higher than like tea merchants, because like what you're basically like the outskirts of royal guard, like in my head. I don't know. Was that something like I said? Did I say anything offensive or?
No, her people are very skilled warriors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Serona is picking up rocks in the meantime, like half disinterested, like half listening, just picking up like cool rocks, and goes, well, okay, so like I'm listening to you guys and like I kind of agree, like it sounds like a pretty cool family, but at the same time it's like that's just what your family does. It's like just your family's name. I think that like where you come from and all your parents and everything, that doesn't really matter a lot.
Miss Serona, they protect the border between our
I
planet and the
understand that's really great, that's really important, but at the same time, like I'm glad to get to know Sarah just for being Sarah, not because she's Sarah Angelo and her family does cool shit. I think Sarah is nice, and she could probably do cool shit herself. And if that's not protecting the borders, and maybe It's playing pranks with me in the service of Erlu, god of mischief.
Oh no,
That could be
I don't
also really cool.
participate in pranks. No, I would be scolded, and my mother would. Oh my gosh, I would never hear the end of it. I would be like,
Here, come here,
sent to
come here,
my
come here, come
room
here.
for
Let me
weeks.
let you in on the real big secret. And I grab her shoulders and I pull her in really close and I go, Mama is not here.
Mm.
And guess what? She'll never know. I'm really good at pulling pranks. You can pull
She
pranks.
viciously
and
starts
never
looking
get-
around when you say that, like afraid, like.
What? You think your mama's just gonna like pop out of the sky and be like, die? What?
I'm gonna upset
What?
her if she's listening.
Can
I-
she?
My
Can
mom
she
is like,
hear us?
I don't know, but she's like,
She like a
knows.
spy? That's really creepy.
Well, I don't know about a spy, but like, you know, like when me and my sister would mess around and stuff, like she would just know. She would just know that we were messing around and she'd call us out on it like immediately. And we could never get away with anything. So like, don't get my
Well,
mom.
do we just want to try a little one that won't get you in very much trouble and just test it out? And if she comes out of this kind of like, Sarah, stop, then like we know. But if she doesn't, then we could do more fun things.
Maybe another time. And at which point you guys will have moved through, and the forest itself is going to kind of open up into this clearing, and before you it's a beautiful lake. A beautiful massive lake. And before you it runs down into almost like kind of a rocky shoreline up against the lake. And as you guys just hit, you know, the edge of the forest.
Oh,
and
so
you
this is
see
more
this-
like a bay then.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's sea fairies in a lake.
Right. No,
sea,
it's so
sea
it's like
fairies
a,
is just a title.
Oh,
They're just
It's a
water
bay
fairies. I
that's-
didn't want to say water fairies.
it's like a
Ah.
lake. It's like a lake, but it's separated by rocks, so the salt water can pass through the rocks, but it's its own separate body of water, so it's like a bay.
Yes.
Okay.
And as you guys reach that, you're looking over and you see that, yeah, everything I just described. And Eldor's going to put his hands up again. Children, shh, be quiet, be quiet. Here, let's huddle over here by this rock. And everybody give me a stealth check.
Someone's just mocking him quietly.
Hite rolls at disadvantage because heavy armor. That's probably
He
gonna
wears
be it.
heavy armor to class.
Absolutely.
He's
This
a
poor child.
warrior, like, elite.
21 for Serona.
Okay.
And Hite got 11.
Perfect.
Better than 8.
Oh gosh.
You know, I'm rolling high on the, you know, the optics stuff, not so much on the good stuff.
So Eldor is gonna like kind of like trot over to this big massive boulder. Serona, you move over. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you move over with no problems.
Just kind of do.
Hite, you're able to get over, but you make a ton of noise as you're doing it. Tyra, as you're
Chainmail clanking everywhere.
walking by, Shiarga is gonna trip and like kind of fall on you.
I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, let me help you up, and I'm just gonna like quickly move her away from me, and just like anything she touched, I'm just gonna like try to like lightly rub, but like not make it obvious that I'm like, I got touched.
As like something you're gonna notice immediately is as she touches you, you feel immediately cold in the spots that she's touching you.
That's the opposite of my favorite feeling. So. Oh,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I tripped on a rock. It was sticking up. My mistake.
It's fine. You know what? That happens. Are you okay? 'Cause
I'm fine now. I'm so sorry. It's so awkward.
well, it's fine. It's really okay. I'm like, do you feel cold right now? Like, or is it really hot to you right now?
Oh, I'm just always kind of cold.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's just like where we're from is like really cold. And like,
So you have to like acclimate and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, anything we're always like, you know, we joke that we're like cold-blooded, but you know, it's just we're just always cold.
Well, never mind. This isn't a biology lesson. Okay, so yeah, that's cool. That's neat. Yeah, I guess it would be like really. I would not like having
Corona
to wear
is gonna
jackets.
start in the background, start doing like almost like flight instructor type like motions to her friends to get them to come join her at this spot.
We better go.
Oh yeah, and so you guys will all huddle up behind the boulder, and Eldor is gonna go, look over there, look there, they're gathering now. Are you guys all looking?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. So as you guys like all Scooby-Doo peek from behind this boulder, and the other two boys are there, and they're finally now participating too, peeking around as well. You're gonna watch as the sky itself just like kind of turns to night. Very slowly, very peacefully, the stars begin to appear in the sky. And you're gonna watch as from the water, 1, 2, 3, and then if you blink, and now there's a whole bunch of these little fairies flying around, and they all look very similar to the illustrations in your book. These little cute little fairies that are flying around, and they're all just like kind of hovering in the air over the lake. And then you see one that's dressed a little differently come and fly out, who's wearing a little bit more elegant kind of garb. And this fairy is clearly carrying something, but this object is even bigger than herself. She's carrying this big rock in her hands, and it's clear that there's like a big symbol that's been etched into this rock. And she flies up, and she's like kind of struggling a little bit, but holds it up. And then you can just hear as they're like talking to each other, but it's so off in the distance it sounds like whispers to you, so you can't really understand what they're saying. And Eldor is going to turn.
Speaking of whispers, during this part, can I just pull on Hite and bend his ear down and go, look, Hite, they're like the exact opposite of you. They're all about water, and they're tiny instead of really big. But do you know what I heard that this ritual is actually about? They're vicious. They offer a sacrifice to appease the god of the ocean, and the only thing that appeases the god of the ocean is a sacrifice of fire and blood. So I'd be careful if I were you. She just sits back, completely serious looking. I will roll deception for
I was
that.
gonna say, can I roll insight?
I will.
Yeah, you guys will
100%
have
roll
a roll off
deception.
now, deception and insight.
Hite's not great at insight either.
Ooh, that's pretty
Tell me
good.
that's
That's
a
pretty
nat
good.
20.
No,
Oh,
it's a
boy.
natural 19 with a +4.
I'll believe her.
Good lord.
Yes, mischief managed. Sorry. Okay, carry on.
I just imagine that like Serona is 3 feet high all the time. You're just like this big, and everyone you talk to, you're looking up at. Like every single person, you're just looking up at.
Serona is small. Yeah, she's more like 4.5 feet tall. But yes.
I need, because you guys are talking, I need Tyra to roll a perception check.
Yes. Another 8.
Another 8. Okay.
Or would it be more of her passive perception?
Oh,
Just to-
yeah. What are your passive perceptions?
My passive perception is 13.
Okay, so that'll be passive on its own. As you guys are watching this, Tyra, you'll be the first one that would notice. As you guys are watching this, you will all see as they're holding this rock, and eventually all of the fairies are just gonna kind of form a big circle around the person holding the rock, and the rock is going to begin to illuminate and kind of glow and there's going to be kind of like magical particles floating around it, picked up this blue, kind of beautiful blue neon color floating around. And Tyra is going to notice that the water starts moving, and a fin pops up out of the water, and another fin pops up out of the water.
I'm gonna like bring that to everybody. I'm gonna like point that out, like not like, oh my god, guys, look, but like try to get everyone's attention.
Shh, Tyra, be quiet, don't interrupt.
Ocean God come to collect his sacrifice.
Hite is pulling out one of his hand axes.
Wait, is that normal?
That normal?
I have no idea.
Not every day they have a fire genasi offered as a sacrifice.
I'm gonna look, teacher, look.
Gaslight.
Gaslight,
Gaslight,
teacher?
gatekeep girl boss.
Teacher, like there's something in the water. Is that like part of the ritual?
No, that seems odd. I don't know what that is. And at this point, Sierra is going to be like kind of like pulling out to like revealing herself a little bit more because she's so attentive of what's happening in the water. And then you guys will notice that a creature emerges finally, and then another creature emerges, and it's these about 3 foot tall amphibious looking creatures with long fangs revealed, and these kind of claws, but more importantly, the swords that they are holding, rusted swords, they come out. And as they come out, 5 of them appear, and they go, they let out a growl, and then they start attacking the fairies.
No,
The fairies
not the
begin
fairy.
scattering, flying all over.
Sacred flame.
Everybody roll initiative.
Absolutely. Serona, though, is sticking to the bit and goes, the minions of the ocean god.
Oh God.
And that cost her because I rolled a natural 3 for initiative, so that's a 6.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
15.
Okay. Hit
Hey.
A.
As a bonus, Serona did get you to draw your weapon in advance of actual combat, so
Silver
hey.
lining.
Silver lining.
Silver lining.
She just, has you fearing for your life for no reason.
It's
And
like,
and Eldor's gonna be like, no, students, don't intervene. Tyra, you get to go first. You watch as that rock that was glowing has now hit the ground, and the fairies are all like flying off in different directions, trying to avoid being attacked by these creatures.
The ground or the water? Was the fairy over the ground now?
Oh, they're just like kind of hovering between, like right on the coast,
On the shore. Okay.
right on the shore.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's fine.
and like it's like that's their meeting spot.
Okay.
The rock hits the ground, and there are 5 creatures running around here.
What is one of? Are they? I'm assuming. Are they within 60 feet? How far away
They
are
are
they?
at 60 feet at this point.
Okay. Well, one of them gets freaking sacred flame.
Okay.
They must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. What they get?
Hang on.
Okay.
What was the saving?
12 is the DC. Dexterity.
They got a 12.
Dang. Okay. Well,
Is that
that passes.
that
Yeah.
passes?
Meets beats.
Okay. Then up next is Hite.
you said they were 60 feet from me.
Yes.
In Hite's other hand, he is going to pull up a produce flame and run the 30 feet and cast produce flame at one of these creatures.
Okay.
Oh god. Get down the hole. There we go. Oh, that's a good roll. It didn't go down the hole of the tower. Calm down.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
+3. That's 21 to hit.
21 hits.
I would like to assume so. 21 misses. Oh,
That's the first time that's happened.
This is the first
Right.
and last field trip.
so 7 fire damage.
And what are you hitting him with again?
Produce flame.
The creature just like kind of gets knocked back up in the air 2 feet and then lands dead.
All right. And after that, he is going to pull out his other hand axe,
Okay.
and that's his turn.
Excellent. Some of the creatures now go. So the first one is going to swing on a fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of the fairies that's floating around.
Is that fairy within 5 feet of me?
No. How
Okay.
far up did you move? I'm sorry.
I only moved 30 feet up.
Then yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
you're kinda
you're another
halfway
30
there.
feet away from them.
Yeah.
It is going to connect with this creature. It is going to connect with the fairy, and the fairy is going to fall and hit the ground,
Oof.
deceased.
No.
The second one is going to swing and miss. A third one is going to go. And the third one is going to step forward, reach down, and pick up the rock. And then charge back into the water. So one of them has disengaged and is back in the water. And with that, it is Sorona's turn.
Okay, Serona is pulling out some handfuls of pebbles and casting magic stone on them as her bonus action. But for actual action, she's going to choose one of them that's closest to her and point at it and yell. Let me think of a good one. She's going to
You
point
ruined-
at it.
You
Jake,
ruined the
yell.
fairy's birthday
No,
party.
and say, you can't pick on innocent fairies just because the ocean god ran out of pretty and made you ugly, and cast vicious mockery. So he needs to make a wisdom saving
It
throw.
turns to you, and you get a clear-cut look of its very bulbous eyes and jagged fangs. What's that? Wisdom save?
Yeah.
And that is a pass. That is a big
Damn it.
pass.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
I'm done.
That's it.
I'm finished.
It
Okay.
must not speak common. It must be really stupid too.
Must be stupid. Okay. And with that, Sierra's gonna go, and she's going to move forward, and she's gonna say to Tyra, Tyra, I know these creatures. They're from the wildlands. These are wildland native creatures. They shouldn't be here.
That's not good.
That's so weird. Anyway, let's get to work. And she's gonna draw an arrow and hold up. She has this like really large longbow with beautiful wooden design on it, and she's going to knock an arrow. And you're gonna watch as like a glimmer of white sparks just emanates off the arrowhead, and she's gonna draw back and fire. And it's gonna go wide and miss.
Oh no!
It looked cool
I'm
though.
sorry.
You are
It
still
looked so-
cool for being you.
Ah,
Yes.
I'm so bad at this.
Did it catch you by surprise?
And Eldor is gonna go, no, students, stop intervening. He's like now putting his hands up and waving. No, let the ceremony continue. At which point it is two more creatures' turns. Two creatures are gonna turn, look, noticing you guys, and start running 30 feet in. So now they're now 30 feet closer. One is close to Hitte, the other one is aiming towards the group. And it is Tyra's turn. Back at the top.
Much to the teacher. But didn't you say this is abnormal? So.
Well, yes, but we shouldn't intervene. We are here to learn. We're not here to intervene.
Okay, well, that's weird for a teacher to let things die. Okay, I'm gonna attack. Eldritch Blast. The ones that it looks like it's fixed on us.
The one that's close to Hite, or the one that's coming to you?
The one that looks like it's coming towards us.
Okay, Eldritch Blast. Roll for it.
Alrighty. 17?
Hey, that's a hit.
3 damage. But I do have repelling blast, so it will be moved 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Yeah, you blast it, and it just you hit it in the face, and it goes, and it flips. It just gets blasted backwards, flying on its back, and lands on its back, and it is now prone.
Take that.
Hite, it's your turn. There's one right next to you.
There's one right next to me. There's one 20 feet away from me, laying down prone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna attack the one that's right in front of me first. Swing it with the hand axe. And that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah. 4 plus what damage?
That's enough.
Okay. So 6 damage total.
I wasn't kidding. That was enough.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead, roll.
Fragile creatures.
These are little monstrosity creatures. They're not exactly super uber threatening. How do you kill this thing?
Just diagonal cut straight into the neck and shoulder area.
Okay.
And there's one 20 feet away from me, so I'm going to use 20 feet of movement to get up to it, and with my offhand hand axe as a bonus action, just coup de grace it.
Coup de grace.
I know it's not a thing in 5e, but
as you get close, the creature that's on its back is just kind of flailing its arms and legs around, trying to get up to you. So go ahead, just roll the hit.
Okay.
You still have advantage. It's just for That's just for flair.
It's like yeah. That's gonna be 19 again.
Don't even roll. It has 1 hit point.
Okay, max damage as well.
So how are you killing this thing?
Just axe across the throat.
There is now green slime all over your axe, and just kind of splats up at you as you hit it.
There will be no sacrifice today. Hite in character says that.
Yeah, no, that's great.
He's 20 feet away, so Serona can't hear it and celebrate.
There is a single creature left, and it is still swinging on the fairies, and it is going to swing again.
Oh God, not the fairy.
And miss, and it is Serona's turn.
Oh, so I'm gonna get really mad and turn around and look at Sarah. I'm gonna say, look, try this instead, because the bow is really cool and stuff, but the rocks are easier. And I'm gonna hand her one of my magic pebbles. So if this thing is still living after I get done, she can throw that for 1d6 plus 4 damage.
Okay.
So then I'm going to take and hurl the other 2 at him. Wait, how far away is he again?
60 feet.
60 feet, yeah, alright, there. I have just enough. That's Not good. The first one totally misses with a 2 plus. No, it's not enough. The next one is a 10 plus. What the heck? Oh, a 16. My spell attack is 6. Okay, so 16 to hit for the next
16
one.
hits.
Okay, so then that one is going to do total of 6 damage.
How do you end this thing's life?
Yay!
Serona goes, so since you can't understand common, just eat my rocks. And she throws it at the big bulbous eye.
The eye just
like,
explodes on
shoots straight
impact,
through.
and there's a rock hanging out of its face as it hits the ground.
Eat that! Don't kill fairies, you little
And with that, combat has ended. And the fairies are all like flying off, flying in different directions. In fact, many of them are actually going to fly back into the water, disappearing.
Oh
So
no.
when the
I
dust
don't have time to try and talk to them.
No, there's still 3 sitting there that are hovering.
Oh good. Okay.
And Eldor is going to step up and be like, students, you have now ruined the ceremony.
We absolutely did not. We saved their lives, and if we didn't save their lives, then there wouldn't be a ceremony. Duh. And then I'm going to turn to the fairies that are nearby, and I'm gonna be like,
They're 60 feet away.
"Hello," but in Sylvan. I'm speaking in Sylvan.
So how do you say hello in Sylvan?
I don't know. I'm a player.
You're the one speaking Sylvan.
Serona is saying hello in Sylvan. I am Olivia playing Serona.
Sorry
Wow, the
to hear
DM just gaslighting their players.
that.
Pain.
At which point you're gonna call out to the fairies, and
Shinnathar!
at which point the fairies are gonna Sharona's gonna call out to the fairies. And the fairies are gonna like fly down 30 feet closer to you, and they're like super hesitant, and they're just gonna wave.
I'll leave too.
I hold up the tiny teacup, and then Sylvan say, "Happy birthday!"
This is great.
It's just like a teeny tiny porcelain cup with a little pink flower painted on it, like you see in like dollhouse tea sets.
I don't care what else happens in this session. That was the highlight right there.
Agreed.
At which
Just
point
murder a thing and not like
Eldor is gonna step up and be like, we're so sorry, Your Highness. We didn't mean to interrupt. And she's gonna yell back, Professor Eldor, what are you doing here? We were here to witness the ceremony. We didn't.
we're here for the birthday party, but all said in Sylvan still. Not even common. I know they're speaking common, but I'm still speaking Sylvan.
They are now. Eventually, this one is going to fly closer to you, and you'll notice that she's very clearly wearing a tiara on her head. The 2 other fairies that fly down are just like kind of hanging close, like to protect her.
You're obviously the one this is all for. So here you go. This is for you. It is
She
from
takes
me.
it, and even though what you hand her is super tiny, what she holds is like very big in her hands. So the cup is actually this big to her. Thank you. Why are you handing me this?
Because
Birthday
this
party.
celebration, and this is a birthday present.
No,
for
the
you.
celebration has been ruined by you guys.
No. We saved your lives. They were whacking you out of the air right and left.
Yes.
You're welcome.
How you must have brought those nergs with you, did you not?
No.
No.
Why would we bring nerds? What are nerds?
You didn't bring those creatures?
This is what I brought with me. It is a very lovely teacup.
It is
Yeah,
very
For
large.
you.
I'm gonna say so also in Sylvan.
It's extra big size so that
Yep.
you can have extra tea if you want, or hot chocolate.
We didn't bring those. No. So.
No, they came out of the water. Like they was already there. You have an
Yeah.
infestation.
You didn't bring those creatures?
No. Why would we? If we did bring them, why would we kill them?
Ite's gonna look to Syrah. Can you understand what they're saying?
And she's just gonna look around. Like she's. What's your passive perception?
Mine is 12.
12. You're gonna notice that she's like looking around on the ground, looking for tracks. Like kind of like she's even getting close to the rocks and like sniffing. Yeah, I know what they're saying. I'm just trying to see if I could pick up a scent or figure out how this happened. And then eventually she'll stand up and be like, I'm sorry, Your Highness. I don't mean to interrupt, but those Nergs are not from here. They're from the wildlands, and they shouldn't have been here. But that means that they got through. And why they were I don't know why they were attacking you though. But those creatures are definitely not native to here, and we didn't bring them. And
I'm gonna
yes,
check on what our troublemaker other two guys are doing. I'm just gonna like quickly like look around for them. What are they up to?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
So, Syrah, they wasn't talking about any fire sacrifices.
20,
was
dirty
there?
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
No, there is no. I mean, I don't know what the sea fairies do, but there certainly was no sacrifice from what I could see.
Okay. He's like talking to her, but he's not taking his eyes off of like Queen Fairy over there.
Oh, then investigation check.
Okay.
At this point, has the conversation kind of like stopped between Sirona and the fairy? Like
No.
she's now
You said
kind of talking
investigate.
to the.
She's still talking to you and Tyler.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You said investigation or perception?
Investigation.
That's gonna be 13.
Yeah, on a 13, like as you're looking at this queen, you're gonna notice that she has very, not fangs, but very sharp teeth. Very sharp teeth. Like these fairies all have very sharp teeth.
Pointy teeth.
Yeah, not in like a vicious way, but just like, oh, those are some sharp,
carnivorous fairies.
carnivorous looking teeth you got there.
What big teeth you have.
Rip and shred, rip and shred.
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear.
Dun, 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 dun.
And at the same time, then cutting back to Sirona and the rest, Eldor is going to be like, I assure you, Your Highness, when I promised you we would not intervene the last time we intervened, I meant it. We wouldn't intervene. We haven't, okay? This is an error, and my students we're fine. We'll leave you to finish your ceremony. She goes, there is no ceremony to finish. Those Nergs made off with the Tidestone. We can't even complete the ritual.
What nerds? I will hunt them down. It's your birthday. Like, how can they be so mean and ruin your party? This is ridiculous.
Wait, Sirona, Nergs are pretty vicious. Like they'll eat you. Like they want to eat you.
And I'll eat them first. And I turn around and I start running back to Hite.
I'm
And
gonna
as soon as I get up to Hite, I'm like, I've been trying to bargain for your life, but apparently
You guys are only 10 feet away from each other. Like,
apparently it is forfeit to the sea god. No, you said that the fairies were 60 feet away.
oh, and then they
ran.
flew up.
Yeah, now
I thought I ran to meet them.
No, they flew up. You guys are all
Okay.
still very you guys are
Well,
like 15,
still.
20 feet away from the rock.
Either
Still,
way,
I
Hite
don't
was
care.
not aware of
I
whatever
come up and
conversation
I'm like,
transpired.
I have been bargaining for your life, my friend.
Yeah.
Apparently it is forfeit to the sea god. We must hunt down the other Nergs because they have the stone, and if we return it, that is the only way you will be spared from the indignity of being sacrificed.
Hite is gonna look at the water, take a heavy sigh, put his axes in their place on his hips, and start walking towards the ocean.
I just realized Sirona is the King Julian of this campaign. Because Come on, we have to make a sacrifice.
Lord.
I love you, King Julian.
Oh my. Yeah, no, Hite is straight up walking towards the water.
Mort, you cut off my legs. I cannot move it.
It's the one where he's talking about the footless chicken.
Why are you running around like a footless chicken?
Sorry, it's headless chicken.
How would the chicken be running around with no head?
Honestly.
So the fairy is gonna finally sit up and say, did you say you'll go and retrieve our tide stone?
Yes, of course. We will definitely do that.
Yes.
It's easy. I'll bite them first. I have very sharp teeth too.
Hite's already ankle deep in water.
Sorona's teeth are not sharp.
Well, that would be amazing. Yes.
It would. It would make us really cool. And I also brought you a teacup because I'm really cool.
Well, Eldor, it seems like your students are stepping up to resolve our situation. If they go and retrieve the tide stone and bring it back to us, and we can finish our ritual tonight, we will bestow a blessing upon each of them.
I would love a blessing, personally. That would be really cool. So, like, it's a really cool party favor. I like what you did there. That's different, kind of fun party game, honestly. This thing is pretty lit.
Well, yeah, we
Sharona
should
just
probably
turns around and starts trotting off after he
we should probably get going looking for the people.
Oh, and Tyra, you rolled, I believe, a 20 to see what the boys were doing.
Yes.
They are there. They're like the equivalent of hiding behind a different rock, and you just see smoke rising over that rock.
Oh,
God.
I'm like those two are not elves, right?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna yell this to Tyra. Not Tyra. Well, I'm Tyra. I'm gonna yell to Sirona. In Sylvan. Sirona. I'm just gonna point to the smoke. But like in a way that's like hiding. I'm just gonna like.
You want me to kill them? I come up like really close. Do you want me to kill them?
No, you go with Hite.
Okay.
Hite is stripping out of his chainmail.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go deal with the smoke thing. And like,
Or
see what's
maybe
going
I
on
could
there.
go deal with them, and you could go with Hide. I would rather go deal with those boys. I owe them a couple of pranks.
Oh,
I'm going to steal their shoes.
okay. All right. All right.
Specifically the left one.
I will go. I'll go.
You know how this works.
I'll go in the water. Then, I guess. Okay.
Bye.
Shira
start
is gonna
sneaking.
Shira is gonna follow you, Tyra and Hitte. She's gonna be like, I can help you take out these nerds. Yeah. And I also want to figure out how they're getting in here.
She still has the pebble.
Yes, no, that's on her
Just
character
making sure.
sheet.
I'm just letting you know. She still has the pebble. Still counts.
Hite, do you need to
Hite is balling up his chainmail and pitching it ashore.
how are you gonna don't you like need that to protect your organs and stuff?
It'll weigh me down.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Wait, I think we have to swim to get like we're gonna have to go under. We're gonna have to swim below to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I also
Nerds.
need to breathe air, so I'll have to periodically come up to the surface.
Yes,
Well, I know you got to take your armor off, but maybe this will help. And she pulls out a small satchel, like a little bag, and opens it.
Ah, yes, gillyweed.
Christmas present.
Killyweed.
No, she opens the bag so you can put your armor inside.
Oh.
I feel like he didn't make that connection
No.
in character either.
Yeah.
I
It is in there.
think she's
I'm
trying to say like
What?
you should put your
Idiot.
armor in the bag.
I'm
so.
kind of an idiot. He
Okay.
runs back and grabs his chainmail, picks it up out of the sand, shakes it out, and puts it in the bag.
I'm gonna look.
Here, you can have it. And she hands you the bag.
Oh,
In character, I
Thank you.
really want to look at Sarah in Sylvan and say himbos, am I right? But I don't because she wouldn't. Ah.
Hitte, you've just acquired a legacy prologue item called a bag of holding,
uh-huh.
which you can carry
Yes.
over into the regular game.
Can
Oh,
you not
nice.
Turn it
Okay.
inside out.
Fantastic.
That you've now had. Oh, you've had since this field trip.
Well, I mean, we haven't done much in the way of supplies yet.
Yeah,
so, you
that's
know,
true.
but
No,
I
it's-
think it fits. It works. It's good.
So yeah, you're all you have your armor in that bag. Serona, what are you doing to you go? What are you
I'm
doing?
sneaking
Stealth check.
around the stack, around the
They'll check
boulder.
with advantage. They're not exactly paying attention.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you're
No
completely. You are the shadow. You are the knight.
I
You
am
are
the
vengeance.
knight.
I am vengeance. I am the knight. I will come for your shoes. All right, I'm sneaking around the rock.
Okay. And you look, and you're gonna see that the two guys are sitting there, both smoking pipes.
These little Someone is thinking this.
What's your passive perception?
16.
Oh yeah, you notice that they're smoking a very smelly object, well, very smelly concoction, and it's not
even the
pleasant.
good stuff. Oh,
Yes, it smells really bad. In fact, it's called Fluke. You know that
Okay.
they're smoking what's called Fluke.
amazing. So Serona is just gonna be like, perfect. And she's going to cast Summon Shoes.
Time the out.
What?
Yes.
What's the incantation for that?
Yes,
That's a
Serona. That's
spell?
the incantation
Lace
for
'em.
It is
summon
now.
shoes.
Leather solum.
Look at me. I am the DM now. I invented this spell.
I am the king master.
Oh, I got all the clearances and I went through the proper channels and this
Okay. Okay.
this is
What's your
character
GM's
shit.
name, Brandon?
gotta cut that. Cut that
Oh,
out.
that's bleeped.
That Cut that out.
Oh boy.
Yep, no, and take from there.
Hey, don't backseat direct.
I'm front seat directed. What are you talking about? I
Sidecar.
ain't back seat nothing.
Yes. What are you rolling for summon shoes?
Summon shoe is I magically pull the left shoe of everyone I choose within a 20-foot radius centered on a point in my shoe. So just those two. And
You're
I'm
with,
going,
you should know that you're within range of
They
the
both-
fairies and Eldor.
it's who I choose.
Choose.
I'm just
choose.
telling you, you're
I
still
know.
within range.
In case you're like,
I'm gonna take Eldor's left shoe as well.
yes. I was gonna
Not the
say.
fairies. I like the fairies. I want them to be my friends. So I need each of them to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, and they are the dudes are rolling at disadvantage.
The dudes.
Good.
The first one fails both. The second one also fails. Eldor passes
With what?
with a 19.
Damn it.
My next
My-
character
my
needs to
spell
be a
save is
bard, and I
14,
want that
so.
spell.
She's not a bard though. But okay.
No.
So that means the boys, I have both of their left shoes in my hands.
They don't even notice. They are super fluked.
They're
Exactly.
fluked.
They're
Exactly.
fluked.
They're fluked fluked.
Yeah.
This entire
Wonderful.
situation.
So
is
I
fluked.
take
My life
take
is a
both of their
fluke.
shoes. I take both of their shoes and I put them into my little school satchel on the side, into a pocket, and like tuck them way down deep, and then close it up, buckle it back. Like I am making sure that this is like the perfect crime. And then I'm going to actually backtrack and just kind of make like a loop around, and I will roll another stealth check to do this, but I will
Okay.
come and backtrack from around and come upon them smoking fluke and be like, oh, what in the world are you doing? Like I'm totally surprised, and do it like super loud.
All right, go ahead. Roll the move through again.
That is 16 plus shit. 21. It's a
Success.
21.
All right, so yeah,
Great
you move
success.
around, and what exactly are you saying?
I walk up and I'm like, oh my goodness, is something on fire? Are you okay? There's like smoke over here. Oh, what are you doing?
Oh no, it's like, oh no, don't worry about it. No, it's cool. It's cool.
I've done this loud enough that if like if the professor was within
Oh, yeah.
range, he's definitely going to hear me. So I'm trying to kind of like draw his attention. So I'm like really projecting.
Serrano, what
There's
are
so
you
much
doing
smoke.
over there?
I don't know what's happening over here. I think they're dying. There's some sort of poison in the air. There's some sort of poison. It's really bad.
Oh,
Sir, you
no.
got to help.
We're gonna be in so much trouble, dude.
And then I just look at them and I give them like the biggest like grin. I don't understand, sir. I don't know what's happening. I'm really worried.
What is
for
that
the health.
smell? As he's
don't
like
know.
moving
I think it's
slowly over to
poison.
the rock.
I think it's poison, sir. I think it's poison. Come quick.
Is
They're
that
coughing.
is that
They're coughing.
fluke?
They're
Are
coughing
you
really
boys
bad.
smoking fluke on my field trip? No, Professor, no! As they're like trying to put it out, they're like they're stomping on it as quick as they can.
Serona makes a big show of being like, "Oh, were they doing that on purpose? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, sorry.
You boys, the field trip has ended for you." And he's just going to like wave his hand, and a portal just like kind of appears on top of each of them, and poof, they both disappear. And Serona, if you, with your 16 passive perception, as you look in on the other side, it's the principal's office on the other end of that portal.
They're standing there with one shoe apiece.
Yes.
Serona, why is the trouble always closest to you?
I didn't cause that one, sir. You saw me. I was over there talking with the fairy, and then I was communicating with my friends, coming up with a plan. And then just as we were about to, I was following them into the water. I saw smoke over here, and so I came over, and I was afraid it was one of those nerds. And honestly, I was kind of afraid that they had built a little fire and were cooking one of the fairies. And so I was like really worried. But then instead, I come upon them, and there's like smoke, and they're coughing.
Okay, I'm imagining that's going to continue onwards for a while.
Oh yes, Serona is just.
So cutting back to Tyra and Hitte and Shira, you guys are gonna have standing in front of you is going to be this water for you to swim down to. Shira is ready to. It looks at you and says, "All right, well, we best get started." And she goes and just jumps in and starts swimming down.
I am gonna have to fix my hair after this, but okay. Alright, well, I guess we should probably go in. You first.
I'm not the biggest fan of water either. All right, and he dives in.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and dive in right after, reluctantly. My makeup's gonna be messed up, and I'm diving in.
As you guys start to swim down, you'll notice that the moonlight is almost perfectly illuminating what's underneath here in the water. You're going to see a ton of aquatic life moving around. There's fish down here, friendly, of course, nothing too vicious. Like moving around, moving through. And as you continue to swim downwards, you'll see way off in the distance, about 100 feet away from the top, the top. Yes, Hite.
What's the temperature of the water?
It gets colder the further you swim.
Okay, noted.
You see at the bottom that there's almost this underground hill visible, and at the base of that hill, there's like a crack inside of this hill with a seam revealed, and it's very clearly sized large enough that anybody can go through it and into the other side. What do you guys do?
Hite's gonna swim ahead, following Sierra.
I'm actually gonna stick closer to kind of observe. Reluctantly, like close enough to the surface that I can like quickly get back to the surface, but I'm gonna keep an eye on them.
Okay. Sierra is going directly for that seam in the hill.
Okay. Hite's following her.
Okay. And eventually she's going to reach it and begin pulling herself inside, and eventually she's going to move all the way through and not be visible. Do you follow?
Yeah.
As you begin to pull yourself through the seam, you feel like for a second there's absolutely no air. And then you get pulled through. And as you drop down, you notice that you're in a cave, and the water is just like kind of pouring in and just like being sucked into the ground beneath.
Oh, so we're in an air pocket right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sierra is just going to look up and be like, caves. Nergs love caves. Hite, you better arm up quick because there'll be more here.
He's gonna slowly pull out his hand axes.
You're going to put your armor back on?
Oh, right. I should probably. Yeah, I probably should. And he's gonna slowly start pulling out his chainmail. He gets very sluggish when he's like wet and cold.
It is the coldest in the cave.
Yeah, no, I figured. So he's gonna start slowly putting back on his chainmail. Okay.
Tyra, are you moving? You just watched two of your party go in through the seam. Are you going to?
I'm gonna tread water for a second. Return back to the surface. Return back to the surface for a second.
Okay.
Take a deep breath and then head straight for that fissure. Well, basically, I want to try to orient myself as close to directly, so I can go like a straight line from the surface down. Take a deep breath and I'll head straight there.
Okay. Yeah, and you will, in a couple of beats, you will make it. You will reach it. You pull yourself through?
Yes.
And as you reach the other side, you'll see Hite just finished putting on his armor. And Sierra's standing there getting her bow ready.
Oh, small little detail. Whenever Hite had his chainmail off, you could definitely see his tribal tattoos all over his body. You normally wouldn't be able to see that.
Perfect.
Noted.
More tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
More tattoos.
Yep.
Sorry, no, was I?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Hite?
Yeah.
What's that? Like, you got, I'm gonna point to my shoulder. You got like of like these like tattoos.
It's a rite of passage. And Hite's gonna turn and continue into the cave.
Serana, are you going to follow after
Eventually, yeah. But first, before Serona goes into the water, she goes over kind of. I'm assuming there's like a tree line pretty close to this beach that we had emerged from.
Yeah.
She's gonna go towards the tree line and like look all, make sure nobody's watching. Pull out the 2 left shoes, lay them on the ground, and then clasp her hands and say, "Oh, Erlu, god of mischief, and stealing people's shoes is a really fun prank. Accept this sacrifice of mischief for you." And then she like cracks an eye open and looks at the shoes and then looks around a little bit. "And please protect myself and my friends as we go deal with the really scary, creepy creatures for our new fairy friends."
As you like open your eyes, you're gonna see like absolutely nothing happens with the shoes.
It wasn't enough. I should have gotten the professor's shoes too. "Okay, Erlu, god of mischief, I will try better next time. He's just really old and really crotchety, and I guess his foot fungus made his shoe grow to his foot. I guess, I don't know." I say all this as I turn and like trudge through the rocks to the water and go, and then go in.
And you swim down, and as you see, like again 100 feet away, there's this like crack in this hill. What do you do?
I like look around. I'm not seeing any sign of my friends. I'm gonna just make an intelligence check just to see. Oh, okay, natural 18. So okay, all right. I go, I'll just check in this little cool cave, hide the whole thing because it looks pretty creepy and it caught my eye. So maybe they're in there. If not, they're just dead, I guess. I don't know. So then I'll just go and like I'm thinking all this.
Do you go through
Bodies
the
float,
seam?
Yeah,
so
swim.
As
Yeah, I
you
swim
go
right
through the seam, and like as you pop your head in, you'll see as Hitte has begun walking away down the cave. I assume Tyra's following. Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Hey,
so
what's
you
up,
go-
guys?
Oh,
Right
hey,
now,
you're
just you turn around, you'll just see Sarona's head is
Just,
popped through the seam.
scramble through like I'm guessing pretty
Actually,
And as Sarona's like pulling herself through the seam, you're gonna Hitte and Tyra, you will watch as a bulk amount of those rocks burst through, revealing a gaping opening out of the cave. As Serona just falls to the floor, but as the water comes in, it hits the ground here, and it's just being soaked through the ground.
oh, okay. Oh,
Ow.
are you
Ow.
okay?
I'm good. I just can't breathe for a second. Like, hold on. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, let's go. Let's kick some butt.
Before we go, Serona, can you make sure my makeup isn't ready?
Oh, yeah. Prestidigitation.
Oh, great.
I'm our personal makeup assistant. Are you
Alright.
doing okay? Are you panicking? You look a little worried.
Kind of far from the sun right now, so like I don't like that. But what can you do? Really? Also, like as we're walking and talking. Okay.
Serona just like.
All right. I'll hug Serona.
Serona gives you a nice warm hug and then backs up, and it's nice and warm, but absolutely dripping wet.
Well, we're both dripping wet. So
Exactly.
Tyra, give me a perception check.
okay. $17.
Yeah, as you hug Serona, like for some reason, while Serona is like soaking wet and everybody's like kind of cold and you feel very cold, you just feel this really weird warmth on your face. This really weird like warm air like hitting your face.
I'm gonna look and see where that could be coming from.
What was your roll?
17.
Yeah, even with that, you'll be looking around, and there's very clearly nothing revealing where that's coming from. It's only when you get super close to Zerona.
Are you okay?
I'm good. But like as we walk and talk, I'm just like gonna like kind of hold hands with her. Do you know what I saw?
What did you see?
I saw Hite has like tattoos like I do.
Do you think he's like special to the sun god too?
Oh, I can't imagine. No. But it seems like it's like a rite of passage for his people.
Passage to where?
Oh. I think by like saying that he means like what is that thing that like the frat guys do to be like you can't be on our club until we like do a bunch of pranks and stuff?
Initiative?
Yeah, that sounds like about right. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's like that, but like with your family. With a family.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll have to
Be
ask more
part of
about
a
it later.
Wait, you have to get tattoos to be part of a family? That's kind of like creepy.
Oh, well, we should totally ask him about it later.
We should totally ask him about it later, definitely.
Yeah.
You guys move down through this cave, and eventually you realize you're going down, not really stairs, but it's just the trajectory is going down deeper into the cave. The air is kind of becoming a little thicker, harder to breathe, but there's definitely still air down here. And as you get close to the bottom, you'll notice that there is lights kind of bouncing off of the walls at the base of this cave. You'll hear coming from the other end, like just echoing off these walls.
Those little
As he is hearing this, he's just taking deeper and deeper breaths as steam starting to come out through the chainmail as he's trying to dry himself off from the inside out.
Wait, can I prestidigitation as dry? I think I can do that.
You absolutely can.
Yeah,
with
you
while I
prestidigitation.
walk. Yeah, while I walk.
All right,
that's
so
what I will
everybody
have
is
been
dry
doing.
and makeup is done, and y'all are clean.
That's like the most important part, okay?
You guys get to the
Details.
bottom. What are you gonna do? You see, are you walking down to the bottom to see everything, or are you gonna like hang back?
Sneaking.
Hite.
Hite is attempting to stealth. What is Syrah doing specifically?
She is stealth.
Okay.
She is
Yeah.
stealth first in the lead with a bow,
All right.
like already partially drawn, like she's ready to fire.
Right on.
21 to 12.
That's a good roll. Unfortunately, I have
Zerona's
to do it at
stealth.
disadvantage.
So it's the night. Again.
Okay, that one was better.
Tyra.
And
6.
with
Tyra is not
disadvantage-
stealth.
Oh.
Okay, with disadvantage, I got a 14.
14. Yeah. Hite is.
I like pretend like I am though.
Hite is covered up enough, whereas Tyra is clearly not. Tyra is making a bunch of noise as she's walking down. And you guys are going to reach the bottom and look through and peer through into this big open kind of room. And you're going to see that there is 3 Nergs in here. One, it's a little bit larger than the others, holding this big kind of staff in its hand, spinning it around in circles. In the center of the room, you'll see that stone glowing bright, but instead of glowing blue like it was before, it's glowing a bright gold color.
Guiding bolt.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Behind these creatures is what looks like a kind of a tear in the plane. And it's just flickering back and forth, violently flickering, moving back and forth in places. Just a sliver of a tear.
Don't like that.
Anybody who's looking at that directly, give me a perception check.
Serona is trying to tug on Tyra and get her attention.
16.
16. Hit it. You're going to notice that on the other end of that tear, because it seems like there's a visage on the other side, is what looks like just green brush.
Okay. And Serena had something she wanted to say real quick too.
I have an idea. I will provide a distraction. You use your magical hand thingy and you grab it and take it. And I will distract. Okay.
Mage hand.
Serona casts Shillelagh on her staff that's on her back. She's going to pull it out, cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
She's going to just march out into the open and go, "Behold, I am your god. I have come from the depths of the sea." And she's speaking in Sylvan.
At which point, all of the creatures are going to start frantically, and the stone is going to drop, boom, thud on the ground, and everybody roll initiative.
Nice.
To be
God.
clear, I cast that mage
Six
hand
again.
the distance of 30 feet out.
Okay.
So that was as close as it could be.
So you guys, at where you are now, are 30 feet away from the center of the room. The
Oh,
tear
okay.
was the other 30 feet away. It's a
Okay.
60-foot circular room.
So I could have I could have, if I wanted to, cast mage hand directly on top of the rock.
Yes.
Okay, I do that. But
Wait, you cast Mage Hand on the rock itself?
so that the mage hand was basically like came into existence holding onto the rock.
It will still thud on the ground with the Mage Hand still
That's
clasped around it.
Okay. Oh, it's too heavy.
It's very heavy.
Anyway.
Nothing.
Initiative roll, Tyra.
7. No, sorry. Not 1 second. That was my previous roll.
Hit
3.
it. 3.
8.
6. I got my same initiative from earlier. 3 plus 3. Oh, we're gonna die. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Initiative
Okay.
is not the important role.
Now,
true.
Serona, you were doing something important. You were saying something. I'm gonna let you finish what you were saying.
I was yelling, "Behold, I am your god, come from the depths of the sea." And I'm casting Prestidigitation like at the same time to create it says that I can create a harmless sensory effect. And so I'm going to create like sparkles and water drops around me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast it again immediately with like a fanfare of kind of ominous music.
One of them is gonna roll intimidation to see if it's scared of you.
Oh wait, should I roll intimidation, like contested type deal?
No. One
Oh, okay.
one of the creatures is rolling and failed, and it is terrified of you. One of the creatures is now
Yes.
trying to avoid you at all costs. Up first is going to be the main one, and it's going to look right at you, and it's just going to start screeching, and it's going to
Serona screeches back. As soon as it starts screeching, she's like, "Rah!"
it's going to run forward, waving its staff, and then swing it at you. So it's going to try to beat you with its staff.
Jeez.
Out
And
of curiosity, these things aren't speaking primordial, are they?
they're... Give me a history check.
Okay. $21.
They are definitely not speaking primordial.
Okay. Just, it was out of curiosity.
They are speaking Nurgish.
Okay.
Specifically Nurglish.
Nerdlish.
Got it. Okay. I just figured I'd ask.
That's a 19 to hit Serona.
Yep, that hits.
He rolled really high. He's gonna bop you with 4 damage.
Wait,
Wow.
is Rona within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Do I get special?
No, the doesn't. Hite swiped some axes in his way.
So, assuming that you've stepped in first, the creature's gonna like come in and swing, and I just imagine that Hite is gonna like take the axes and put them in front of you, like it's just like shield.
Thank
Okay,
you.
and then Hite, it's your turn.
Serona just looks up and goes, "Thank you."
Hmm. Hite's gonna swing twice. That first one's gonna miss with a natural 2, but the offhand attack does a 15 hit.
15 hits.
15 hits? Okay. I don't get to add my modifier to damage on this one.
Okay.
But that is going to be 9 damage slashing.
Okay. Big hits.
Damn.
Or no, 5. Right. I don't get to add modifier. Just 5. Just 5
damage?
Yes, 5 damage. That's it.
5 the most.
I said it and I still forgot.
Okay. The next creature is going to go. It's going to run over and pick up the stone. The one that is afraid of Sirona. The stone is weighing it down and it really cannot move. Sirona, it's your turn.
I'm going to like turn around. This is the one that it's directly in front of me. Is it down? Sorry, I was.
The one that's directly in front of you is not down at all.
Oh, okay. Then
I hit it, but it's not down.
I'm going to bop him with my staff.
Try that. Shaloggled.
11.
Miss.
Figures. I'm done. That's it.
The second creature is going to run
No,
up.
wait. Sorry. Bonus action. Pulling out a handful of pebbles.
You pull out a handful of pebbles.
Casting my magic stone.
The other creature runs forward and tries to throw a net over Sirona.
I am a god. Excuse them.
The creature runs ahead, starts swinging a net, throws it, but really f***s it up and just throws the net over itself. And it just pulls strings and the creature flops over onto the ground with a nat 1. Tyra.
Feel my retribution. Sirona yells that.
All right. I am gonna head for the rock.
Oh, okay. So a creature's holding it at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna grab onto it. I'm gonna grab onto a part of the rock that the creature is not grabbing onto.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, get away from me. Eldritch Blast!
Point blank Eldritch Blast?
Yes!
Point blank.
Okay.
17.
Pop.
Hit.
9 damage, and it gets pushed 10 feet back.
The creature just gets blasted 10 feet and 10 feet backwards and is dead.
Am I strong enough with an 8 to hold on to this rock?
How much weight can Tyra hold at once?
There's a way to calculate based
Give
off
me
the
a
strength score, but I
strength
can't
check.
remember.
Strength check with a -1, sure. 13. I got 13.
It is incredibly heavy, and it's going to be hard for you to carry it.
Hite, toss me that bag, please.
A little busy at the moment.
Well, I mean, obviously, but okay, like when you get a chance. Okay.
And with that, Sierra is going to run in and try to help you as well. And she's going to pick up the others, like, just kind of carry the stone with you. Be like, we can get it out of here. Let's go.
How big is this stone?
It's not that big, but it's super heavy. It's like, I'll just say
dense.
it's like a dumbbell size,
Okay.
but it's like a 60-pound dumbbell.
Those are some strong fairies.
Yeah, they're like really strong.
Like
And
totally.
freakishly strong and freakish teeth.
Mhm.
Like, they're definitely gonna sacrifice Hite.
As far as Hite knows, if we don't get this rock, they will sacrifice
Goes
him.
outside. Eldor is the sacrifice while you guys were gone.
Yeah.
That's
If-
fine.
If I can move in tandem with her, I'll also move with her.
Okay. At which point we're back to the top with the creature's going to turn and just start waving its hand at you. Not disengaging from combat, but its attention is drawn towards the stone. And because of that, it is going to attack Hite with disadvantage because it's not paying full attention. Does a 8 hit?
No.
So the creature is like looking at the stone and then turning back and like just hits you, but it just like just kind of like a tap. It's barely didn't even put its strength into that hit. Hite, it's your turn.
The one that hit me, is this like another one of the normal ones, or is this
No,
the
it's
bigger
the
one?
main one that was casting the spell.
Perfect. Hite is going to drop his hand axe in the dominant hand, just feeling the tap on his, I'm guessing, his shoulder. He's going to slowly turn, conjure produce flame, grab this thing by the mouth, and try to pin it down to the ground, and just point blank produce flame in his mouth.
Badass.
That's what I'd like to do. Now, rules as written, you decide how that would look.
Okay. Rules
Well,
as
it's-
written. Rules
I would-
as written.
as
This is a
someone
You
who
as, the,
plays-
you as the DM.
No,
you as the
this
DM, tell
creature
me how that would happen.
specifically has an ability for something you're
Oh.
describing.
Oh.
So it's gonna,
Just
we're
as-
gonna find out.
As produce flame works, I'm just saying it is either it can be something that you hold in your hand.
The produce
and
flame
use
is
to
not the
light
issue.
things,
The
or
grapple is
shoot.
the issue.
Right. No, I know what you're talking about.
You could produce flame in its mouth, no problem. Grappling it to the
Grappling.
ground, it succeeded. You, as you grab it, the thing is so slimy that it
Mhm.
like slips out of your hand.
Okay, that's fine.
Dang it.
But you can still do the produce flame and hit it. You just do not have a pin to the ground.
That's fine.
This thing literally has, that's a feature it has.
That's amazing.
That's actually really cool.
That
Does a I don't think a 10 would actually hit it.
The
Even at
10
point
does not
blank.
hit it.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's just like, like mocking
Just hands
you.
like turns around, tries to grab his mouth, hand slips off, produce flame goes up to the ceiling, and it's like
There's also like
Uh.
a slime residue on your hand that you touched it.
bonus action, try to hit it with the offhand axe.
Okay,
Does please tell me an 18 hits.
18 hits.
Okay.
Watch
No,
this be
it's
like
too
a
slimy.
kill shot.
It's
Too
too
slimy.
slimy.
The
Three
hat.
She said-
slashing damage.
Slimy yet satisfying. Okay, it's still standing. That creature is dead. Serona.
Okay, what? Who is
What a
near
phrase
me?
that
What
is.
is near me?
Well, no, I'm sorry. The next creature that I had on the list is dead. Serona, you are still standing in front of the main creature. Well,
Okay.
you're standing next to Hite and the main creature that's left. There's all that's left is the creature in front of you that Hite's been fighting. That's the
Mhm.
slippery one,
Mhm.
and the one that got caught in its own net. That's on the ground.
Beautiful. Okay. Are the one that is the one that Hite is fighting and the net one within 20 feet of each other?
Definitely.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire and center it between them and catch both of them in it. So both of them need to make dexterity saving throws. So I'm guessing Net Boy is gonna not succeed.
The
Just saying.
the slippery one passes.
Of course
the-
it does.
The one in the net rolled another nat one.
Hiya!
That's
was
a
yeah.
double
totally-
nat
She's having a
one.
bad day.
Okay, so
don't know
every
why, but I was-
attack.
So you
Sorry.
had a bad day.
I was totally prepared to hear Serona say, I cast produce shoes or whatever the that spell was.
No, I sacrificed the shoes.
Okay.
They're not mine anymore.
Okay.
They've been given to the god of mischief for a blessing. Okay. Other question, an additional question, and DM, you can choose, because I don't know, the rules don't actually say. If I choose to allow like the corner of this hit me as well, do I need to make a dexterity saving throw
Yes.
as well?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're in the shot, it's gonna hit you.
What?
If you're within the radius of it, it's gonna hit you.
Okay.
That would
okay.
mean it would also hit Hite.
Yeah, then no, I'm not. I'm gonna definitely center it further over. Okay. So every attack roll against them they have advantage. Yeah, and they can't benefit from being invisible, but that doesn't matter.
Okay.
But everybody now has advantage on Net Boy.
Does that deal any damage?
No,
Okay.
I thought it did. It does not.
All right.
but it's
Ha.
real good for your melee guys.
Exactly.
The one that's on the ground is going to try to break out of his net, and does not get out of the net with a 3.
This poor boy.
This guy just wants to die now. Tyra,
I just want to die.
we all want to die. Tyra, it is your turn, and you are muted.
There it is. I couldn't find it. But it's okay. I'm gonna keep trying to carry this out. So I'm gonna try to take my turn at the same time as Sarah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys will get up the. At this point, you guys together will get up the path.
Will a dash action, like to use my action and my movement to move?
Yeah,
Coordinate that. with Sarah?
the both of you will be able to get up to the seam.
Okay. And if we arrive at the seam at the end of my turn, I'll just like look at her and be like, okay, I'm not strong enough to swim with this, so
No, I don't think I'm strong enough either.
yeah, we'll have to wait for it. We'll have to go back and help everybody else. Or you know what? I'll stay here. You go help everybody else.
Classic
Sounds
Tyra.
good. And then Sierra is gonna start walking back down. Back at the top, the creature is now enraged, and it is going to look at Sirona and cast a spell on you, Sirona.
How dare?
Just want to see if it succeeds. Hang on. How much health do you have?
17.
Okay. The creature sticks its hand out and just like kind of
Power word kill.
this is our last game. The creature
The
sticks its
prequel.
hand out and like palm pops you in the face, like in the forehead, and you fall asleep.
Actually, I can't. I'm a high elf. I can't be put to sleep by magic.
Then all it does is pop you in the head, and you know that it's trying to put you to sleep.
Oh, it's trying so hard. Does it want to try again, DM?
It's your turn. No, that was its turn. It used its turn.
Okay.
Same thing as before. Produce flame at it and bonus action with the axe. Does a 15 hit with the produce flame?
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
15 hits.
Okay. And that's going to be 3 fire damage. And then offhand with the axe does a 13 hit with the axe.
Hit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, 13.
4 more damage with slashing.
Okay. So total, how much damage did you just do?
3 plus 4, 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, how do you want to end this thing's life?
Just as it does the little bop to Sirona, just no.
Yeah, the creature's head goes flying off.
Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, truly.
You okay, Sirona?
Yeah, it's just like bopped my forehead. I think he thought I could go to sleep or something, but
Yeah,
I'm
that was really
smarter.
strange.
They're really stupid.
Yeah.
Is that the last one? Are we
That's it.
out of combat? Cool.
Well,
Hey, let's.
all that's left
There's-
is the one that's in the net, but it's like just trying to get out of it. Net.
Is he still scared of me?
Yes.
Sirona's gonna like walk up to him and go, "You have escaped my retribution for today only. Go live a healthy and crime-free life." Well, in Sylvan, she doesn't know if he can understand.
The
She
thing
doesn't
is
care.
viciously trying to get out of the net.
Serona bops him once just for good measure and then turns around and is like, come on, Ite, let's go save your life.
And as you guys like run back up the path, you're gonna see that the Sierra is standing there like, Hitte, we need you to put the stone in the bag so we can get out of here.
Right. Okay.
It looked really heavy. The hand that Tyra cast, it just went thunk right onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Do you put
Let's
the
go.
stone in the bag?
Yeah, Hite just walks over to it, picks it up.
What's your natural strength?
15.
Yeah, you should be able to pick that up, no problem.
I was like, okay, wait. You made her roll to see if she could move
She has a
it.
-1
I
modifier.
have a -1.
I feel like it'd still be fair though.
I agree.
Are you trying
I
to
just feel
see
like
how much flex you are picking this up with?
Yes.
Like,
No,
how
I
much
just,
your
I,
muscles
no, I just
bulge?
think it'd
Fair.
be
Just
fair.
please roll.
the strength check.
Oh, do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Roll for alpha
Hitte
male.
opens the peanut butter jar when Tyra
What's
can't.
my athletics bonus? Oh, pretty good. 19.
Yeah. Hitte picks it up with one hand.
Just
Such a
okay,
man.
into the bag.
Great, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
The girls all swoon.
I gotta go back in the water.
Yeah. But the hole is bigger this time. You're welcome. Don't know how I did that. Up we go. And Serona's gonna just like,
Sierra jumps in the water and starts swimming out.
Hang on.
Yeah, you should go. You should like totally go first.
Okay.
Again.
Alrighty. Just one thing. I really don't like the water and just start stripping out of the chainmail again, start stuffing it down in the bag.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go first. Okay. I'm gonna jump. Gonna jump in the water.
Okay.
Serona, do you get in the water?
oh, I was
Okay,
like,
so you guys
gone.
are out.
Yeah,
And
she.
then Hitte's
she
the
was
was
last
like-
to follow.
Yes.
And you guys will all swim up and out, and you'll reach the surface. And I assume Hitte comes out with no problem, and the fairy is just going to be standing there, floating there, and Eldor is going to be standing next to her as well, and be like, "Well, we've talked about it, and it turns out those creatures were not part of the ceremony."
wow. Wow. Someone should revoke your teaching license. You are very slow on the uptake.
No, you see, I was under the impression that this was a new ceremony and we didn't want to interrupt that at all. But in fact, this is the tide ceremony of luck.
Wonderful. That's really cool. That's fascinating. Ite, you have something to present to the water fairies, right? Sea fairies?
Oh, yeah. And Hite is going to be pulling the stone out and just like presenting it to the queen.
And
Okay.
she is going to reach down and say, "You brought it back in just enough time." And she's going to reach down and grab it. And like she's just holding
Slowly
it,
backing
holding it
away.
herself.
All by yourself. Oh my god.
And
He
as she
tastes like-
holds it, you guys will see as all of the other fairies begin reemerging either from the water or just kind of appearing out of the air as there's magic kind of moving around all of you. And you're going to hear that they start making this incantation, and they just really they really just start singing to each other, but it's more like humming.
Oh.
So there's not really words.
Serona's just like swaying.
And
Like
you'll
drunk white
watch
girl at a party.
as
Hite's just kind of like frantically looking about.
the stars themselves begin to start moving in the sky until they eventually just kind of line up and make a bit of a cluster, a circular cluster in the sky are surrounding you, all of you. And light beams down, just like gentle white light beams down on the area. And then they draw their daggers and stab Hitte. Okay.
No!
Okay.
Campaign
No,
over!
no, I'm not going out
No.
like this.
No, and as the white
No.
light comes down, I need all of you to make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Jay's not good at these.
Ooh. I actually rolled well.
30-20, please.
I believe that's going to be a
Seven.
9 for Hite. Yeah, 9.
No, 18. Whoops. It's a 18 on the die, and if this will change over. $21.
So that's 20 and nat 20 for Tyra.
Yes. No, dirty 20.
And Hite.
9.
Okay.
Hite is not the magical type.
Hite, you get this overwhelming feeling of positivity. You just feel so good right now.
I'm not getting
Saved your life.
sacrificed.
Serona and Tyra, you get this feeling that these fairies are bestowing a blessing upon you. And
Serona's just like, yes.
the light also touches down and touches all of the fairies themselves individually. And then eventually it fades. And she takes the stone and lifts it up over her head. And it just lifts up. And then disappears. She goes, "Thank you, everyone. And thank you to all of you students for helping us complete this ceremony.
Happy birthday!
It's not a birthday. We don't know why these nerds attacked us, and we will be looking to find out more information, but you have helped us complete our blessing of luck for the annual year, the annual gathering. And you have all received the blessing just as we have."
It's amazing.
And for all you guys to know that this spell grants a +2 bonus on saving throws against fear effects.
Ooh.
You guys permanently have +2 on if you're being. You have a +2 bonus to fear rolls.
Adding that to my notes.
So you are blessed with luck.
Oh.
That's
And
awesome.
Sierra is going to turn to you guys and be like, "Yeah, I really don't know where those nerds came from, but that is something that we should definitely look into." And that is where we're going to end tonight's campaign, everybody.
Campaign.
The campaign altogether is
the
done.
field
Bye.
trip. This field trip has come to an end.
This-
This campaign has ended until we pick up next week and continue the campaign. The next campaign. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We'll be back with you very soon on Field Trip. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.